Welcome back here to Good Day. Metro Sheriff Joe Lombardo joining us once again this morning for our Morning Cup of Joe segment. Sheriff, good to see you once again. How you doing?
Hey, John. Good to see you, buddy.
All right, so May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and you and I have talked before about, as there's discussions of police reform, trying to get more help for officers in the field to be able to handle situations for folks who are having episodes with their own mental health. So what is Metro doing to make sure officers have that kind of crisis training until there's some additional resources moving forward?
You know, the way society has gone, the police are required to be experts in just about everything, homelessness, you know, just about every social issue, as you can imagine. And we can't be an expert at that. That's the problem with it. We have to know a little bit about everything. But we do provide that training that's necessary to attempt to de-escalate a situation when you encounter individuals. We provide that 40 hours of training in the academy environment, and then every other year it's 8 additional hours of training associated with mental health.
A lot of departments nationwide are seeing officers quitting or retiring or leaving the force. In Seattle, more than 200 officers left in the past year. New York, about 15% of the force left in 2020. What kind of attrition are you seeing at Metro?
We are seeing an increase, not similar to other jurisdictions, but we've seen a slight increase. We have usually around 175 separations a year here at Metro. This last year we had an additional 60, so that's nothing to sneeze at or cough at or just ignore, because that's a big number.
Well, Sheriff, a very hard school year at CCSD, other schools in the Valley, wraps up here in May. And this year, once again, we saw several students that were awarded a scholarship in the memory of Metro officers Alan Beck and Igor Saldo. Let's talk about that fund. We've covered it here before. You and I have talked about it, how it helps students, and again, talk about the officers that it's in recognition of. Yeah,
so that's a program that was a brainchild of a local businessman, Ron Curry. And in partnership with LVMPD Police Foundation, Friends of Metro. And his idea was to come forward because there was kids that were left fatherless as a result of that event, and these kids were getting close to attending college, and you know, there was a fear that they would not be able to go to college. In my understanding, they've done well over $350,000 in donations to kids of Metro police officers.
Last October, Sheriff, Metro launched Operation Persistent Pressure to try and deal with some of the rising crime on the Las Vegas Strip. We're seeing tourism get back to normal, capacity limits are being lifted. Do you anticipate another level of that sort of enhanced enforcement or increased resources on the Strip as we head into the summer?
I think it's important for us to provide a safe environment down in tourist corridors so we can have repeat customers. I anticipate we'll hopefully meet that with success like we did in the recent past.
Sheriff Lombardo, thank you very much for joining us this morning once again. And again, if you at home have a question for the Sheriff, we will pose it to him. You can submit those questions on 8newsnow.com. Find out if it's answered every Wednesday.